Hi, it's Kim from Sage Tower. Just, just talking random bollocks. I stumbled across an old dream diary that it was like a started and then not abandoned, but probably just I probably lost it and replaced it. So this one's like only got a couple of pages, and it got lost within my tarot diaries and all that sort of jazz. But this is why, me personally, tarot diaries, journaling in general, dream diaries. This is why they're so important. The weird nature of all dreams. I mean, I certainly couldn't decipher them at the time, but looking back, that's where I learned things. That I think it's truly in the dream state, and we're all different. There's lots of different beliefs, but I think that's where past, present, and future all collide, and we truly are aware of the circular nature, or the time's just not irrelevant. Time is irrelevant. That it all converges. Past, present. I mean, we're talking past life. The soul is one and being. Anyway, so I just want to share these. They're just very telling. This is from it's the 4th of July 2017. Now this is just before I moved up to Queensland. That's neither here nor there. So in this dream, it was a very action-packed dream, and I actually dream a lot of bollocks, like as in absolute nonsense that I just know is nonsensical and I don't even pay attention. I mostly just pay attention to how I feel in dream, like upon reflecting on my dream and waking up. Nonsensical, there's no point, but I also know the dreams that mean something, and I will always write them down because they're so clear. The messages are so clear, and sometimes actual messages as in people yelling messages at me in dreams. And that's embarrassing because often I have to call against my own personal will and against what I want to do. I will have to contact people because I was told to in a dream. Yes, I'm one of those weird people. Now back to my dream diary. So this is July 2017, and I've just written point form because it was action packed. Bushwalking, I'm always bushwalking. Catch a plane to China without my passport. Bink around in the airport because I'm not allowed to leave the airport in China because I don't have my passport. The whole place is dodgy. Like I don't know, like I must have been thinking about when they had the Olympics or something, but there was like a stadium that was in the airport, and it was like being air conditioned by these dodgy, like rolling standalone air conditioners. It was really dodgy. I was just like Dodge Central, but I couldn't leave the airport because I didn't have my passport. Okay. Lots of bollocks. Believe me, there's heaps of bollocks. Oh, I decided to spend my time in the airport bar. Why not get tanked? That's right. I didn't know how long I was going to be there, so I didn't want to be wasted. So I bought everybody else a drink, and I didn't drink. That's very unusual. Believe me, even in a dream, that's unusual. No passport, so still couldn't leave. And I don't know how long this went on for. So basically, stuck in an airport in China, couldn't leave the airport because I didn't have my passport on me. And buying everybody else drinks and me not drinking because I knew I had to have a good head about me. That is so rare. Like something serious is going on if I need to have a level head. Alright. Right, okay. Oh yeah, wanted to have a shower at home, decided not even to shower there. I didn't trust the water because it was so dodgy. Like everything was Dodge Central. Like, I'm just talking, just breaking and, yeah, anyway. Yeah, I didn't even want to have a shower. I just wanted to wait till I got home and have a shower. Finally, now I don't know what happened. It's, yeah, it's not mentioned here. Finally, I'm on a plane and I'm heading back to Sydney because it's my home. Finally. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what was going on, but and in the dream it was like full takeoff, like it's in that full on, you know, when you thrust back in your chair, full takeoff. I was like, yeah, we're on our way, and we didn't even hit, like we didn't even finish climbing, and we just started to nosedive, and yeah, and we went straight into the ocean, and it was like over. I don't know why. I've actually never been to China, but in this dream, it was over like a beautiful. It was kind of like a bay, like it was yeah, like really light blue water, very inviting water. Yeah, and I remember worrying prior to that they would let me in back in Sydney, whether, because I still didn't have my damn passport, and I'm like, well, I'm going home, but I still don't have my passport. Will they let me in? Turns out it doesn't matter because the plane nosedived into the water, and I was pushing out the emergency window going, yeah, I can swim, it's alright. And not being all that worried because the water was so inviting. How weird is that? Sounds pretty familiar. I mean, the passport thing, I mean, I certainly couldn't have predicted all the bollocks that's going on now, but that's very telling. And that, for me, because I know the feelings that I had in this dream, and what I was saying, and all the dodgy behaviour, like that's shady like, let's just face it, that's shady shit that's coming out to light. That, for me, that just proves that time isn't linear. I was obviously privy to some sort of information of some sort. Passport. Yeah. Anyway, so like I said, just random bollocks. Yeah, stumbling across an old dream guy is so fascinating. And you can see common themes too, like mine are pretty much always something to do with the bushwalking, doing something, swimming, I don't know. Pretty normal stuff. And weirdly, it's very rare that nobody invades my dreams, like as in nobody. Nobody I know will ever be in my dreams. Often, especially like with well-loved family members and things, I will know that they're there, but they don't participate in my dream. Like so when I dream of someone or somebody's in my dream, I'm just like, hang on, what's going on here? Why are you in my dream space? Yeah. So it's interesting, and especially in this changing, the Library of Alexandria is on fire, etc., etc. Mandela effects. This is my diary, my writing, my illegible handwriting. And I remember writing this, and these things are so important. Yeah, journaling and your own notes even. I can't understand how people, it's kind of a way of cementing stuff for me in it's a learning process, I think. I can't understand not writing in order to, I mean, yeah, I'm old, but yeah. Another really telling sign too and I've noticed this with other people when they even just events and things, transportation, how they're getting around and things, it's always very important to note who's driving, what's happening, or what are you doing, how are you moving about, all that sort of thing. Yeah, it's very important. It's very telling about even your own motives, that, or you know, those programs that are running that you're not even aware of. Very important. Yeah, and it also gets to know, because we were talking about this evening. I was in a Gnostic class, and we were discussing a few things, and yes, we have these archetypes, these that we all dream. Certain colours mean certain things, certain animals mean certain things. These archetypes, that's why we can look up dreams online and what does this mean, and these archetypes are pretty universal, although occasionally, you know, we have our own interpretations of that. But keeping your own dream diary, keeping your own journal even, I mean, these things, you'll get to see your own symbology. You'll get to know how you are speaking to yourself, or you're messaging yourself, or your higher self is speaking to you in your dreams. I mean, it's a very personal language that basically only you can decipher. Unfortunately, that's the case. Yeah, it's so personal. That's why it's really important to note your emotion, your feeling within dreams, because that's the telling. I've had real confusing bollocky dreams. My dreams are crazy, honestly. But I'll actually be crying from laughter in some of my dreams. I've woken up laughing and crying because I'm laughing so much in dreams. Like, well, granted, not all that often, not recently, but that's a pretty good sign that you're having a hell of a time. It's very telling. Yeah, so just some dream notes. I mean, we should all be our own dream gurus. Only we can interpret them, and we need to find the keys and, you know, unlock the mystery. Or, well, not even mysteries, just in my over the year, I mean, I do have I can have prophetic dreams. I do have them, not at will and completely out of my control, but I have them. But also, if I was better at knowing my own symbology, there's a lot of other stuff that I could pick up on much better in my dreams if I analyse them more thoroughly. not 4 years later or whatever, when I stumble across a dream diary. You know. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I've come across later and just thought, wow, like that's pretty telling. And again, it comes down to that past, present, future, all conjunct. There's no such thing as time. And it reminds me of the High Priestess. Yes, I'll bring it back to tarot. The High Priestess, Keeper of the Veil, Biner, all-knowing, all the answers are within, all the answers. We just have to be patient, because often I think the frustrating thing is that we do have all the answers, but it takes, especially subconscious, conscious, the connecting left, right hemisphere, bringing them together, connecting all the dots. Anyway, I think I've tried to wrap up a few times now and then blathered on some more, but yeah, it's a bit annoying that yeah, here I go again. It's a bit annoying that plane crashed in that dream. Although it wasn't a stressful outcome in the dream. Like I was, you know, pressing through an emergency exit window and quite happy to be swimming in the ocean apparently. But I would have preferred to have known what would happen at the other end. Was I going to be let back into Sydney? Was it without the passport? Because I think we all know that the passport is obviously and it's international travel. I mean, there's a lot in that dream, and I actually it's all in point form. There's heaps of other stuff there, like I'll have to go over, but yeah. So there might be more information in that, but I didn't want to go because some of it's personal, mostly to do with shouting drinks and dodgy shit in China, like in the airport. But yeah, I don't know, unless something anyway, who knows. I don't know my own language well enough, but I'm guessing in my dream I certainly yeah, that's a funny thing too. Like, I didn't have my passport and I was in China. I didn't have the passport when I got on the plane. Got on the plane to go to China and I didn't have my passport and I wasn't allowed out of the airport, right? But not once did it occur to me to try and get a passport. Like, that's the thing. I don't remember any adamant stance against getting a passport, but I certainly wasn't actively getting one. So I'm thinking that's in line with what's happening at the moment. Just not doing it. Moral of the story, we'll all end up swimming in the ocean, happy as clams. Alright, Kim from Sage Tarot. Personal readings, hop over to sagetarot.org. And I'll sign off. Journal, people. It's interesting. Very insightful.